That's not used till the end, but as long as you have one. Okay. Well, first off, I would like to say I'm very proud of all of you. I feel like I'm preaching to the choir almost with how I did a lot of presentations on personal fitness, and I know there's some to come on why you should eat healthier and health-related topics. So, first of all, I'd like you all to close your eyes real fast, and when I make you imagine this scenario. All right, so you graduated from UF, how many years that is, 2 or 3 probably, maybe 4 for some of us. You have your dream job, and you finally have some expendable income after, I guess it's gonna be probably in your 40s when you have expendable income after you raise your kids. They've gone to college, 40s, 50s, and you can finally buy that bright red Ferrari. Now, I want you to imagine, what are you gonna do with it? Are you gonna park it in the garage? Are you gonna park it out on the street? What type of fuel are you going to use in it? Are you gonna fill it with that cheap, what do you use? Like the cheapest fuel you can find in town, the 87 octane that it's not meant for? Are you gonna do that to your brand new Ferrari? You want to answer?
No.
Exactly. So I want you to compare that to like your body. Your body is a high tune, like through evolution, we have evolved so advanced that we're basically, I don't know, a high piece of engineering, biological engineering. So why would you treat your body like so poorly, like with cheap food, lack of exercise, sedentary lifestyle? You want to, like the Ferrari, it's meant to move. Your body is the same way. So I'm here to persuade you why you should lead a healthier lifestyle with my 2-pronged approach. First off, preventative medicine. Preventative medicine is the idea that you can prevent disease, like chronic disease later on in life, such as colon cancer, cardiovascular disease, by like leading an active lifestyle and actively doing something each day. It doesn't have to be huge changes every day, but just small tweaks to your lifestyle can make a difference. As you can see, like $444 billion were spent in 2010, and that's always rising as you see on the news. You know how like Americans are so bad with their diet, they're lazy. Like that is a huge expense for, like, if we want social, like, you know, the Affordable Care Act from Obamacare, as it's known. Like that's raising insurance costs for everybody. If we could reduce the amount that we're basically inflicting on ourselves through poor diet and lifestyle choices, that would reduce costs for everybody, right? Theoretically. And you can see how colon cancer is I believe the most preventable form of cancer, and cancer in general is the second highest leading cause of like death in the United States, behind cardiovascular disease. And apart from, these are social benefits that I included for, this is physical exercise. This is the first prong approach that I'll discuss in a couple slides. So aside from the obvious benefits, aesthetics, I mean, you're walking in the club, you're feeling confident, you're wearing a shirt that looks good. You know what I'm saying? You look good when you're going out, right? That's an obvious benefit. But things that may not be so obvious, as we've seen presented, would be like mental benefits, lower stress, better grades, what else? Better decision making. These all affect college students in a large way and can impact you in the future as well when you're on the job search. So why should a UF student care about leading a healthier lifestyle while in college, since we're all so busy, right? See, what I cobbled together is, I'm trying to make it the most relevant for us. So when you're walking into a job interview, you want to make the best impression you can, correct? So I've done a couple mock interviews before. Like I had to do it for like one of my freshman introductory courses way long time ago. Like it was almost 4 years ago. It's crazy. And when I walked in the room, one of the first things they asked me about was like my physique, which I was surprised about. I didn't think they would notice that since I was wearing, like a, business casual is what it was at the CRC. And people take notice, and it shows some character traits that you really want to shine through when you're applying for a job, such as, like that you're dependable, that you can set a schedule, you can stick to something. It shows a lot of desirable traits. All right, as for the 2-pronged approach that I was discussing, the first prong was physical exercise, the second is going to be diet, which I'm not going to get into too much, because this presentation can only be so long. But what you need to know for the coming slides I'm going to present are the foundation for nutrition. Your macronutrient molecules are going to be your carbohydrates, your fats, and your proteins. And I'm going to show you why you should keep a balance of these 3 with nutrient-filled foods to keep your body running as optimal as possible. Like the Ferrari example, you're going to want to run on premium fuel because that's what it required you, 91 or 93, right? If you're following me. So, this is before on nutrition. Some opportunities for physical exercise at UF. I mean, there are numerous. We have an excellent rec sports program. You can just go to the stadium, you can go to Southwest Rec, we have the Gator Run, we have classes, we have Lake Walber. All these are excellent opportunities to get in shape. You can bring a friend, they're free for the most part. I think the Gator Run costs a couple of dollars, but you get the idea. All right, aerobic exercise is gonna be like weightlifting or resistance training. And clearly we have Southwest Rec, we have the Strong Gator competition in the middle there. And on the right side, that is the boot camp, which is offered, I believe, at like 5 or 6 in the morning most days. And sometimes in the evening, I believe, at 5 as well, which is awesome. If you've never done it, I would highly recommend it. It's intense. And it's meant to prepare you for Strong Gator, so it's like a training. Okay. As I mentioned, nutrition. I don't know why I put that other macronutrient picture on the other slide. I should put it here. But anyways, my philosophy that I want to impress upon you is something called the 80-20 principle. I don't know if any of you guys have heard of the Eat the 80 company here that's in town. Anyone? Okay. So basically what their philosophy is that if 80% of your diet is healthy, nutrient-filled, like, it doesn't have to be organic, but you know what I'm saying, like healthy foods. And then the other 20% of your diet can be like whatever you want it to be. When you're out with friends and you want to go to Mother's for, I don't know, a greasy burger, or you want to go to Relish, and you're out, like if you want to drink, stuff like that, you can balance your diet to include these unhealthy choices. So it doesn't have to all be boiled chicken and brown rice, is what I'm saying. Like you see, like these bodybuilders in the magazines, like, oh yeah, I don't eat any carbs, and it doesn't have to be that way. You can still live, is what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be so hard. Right, so that is the point of this slide. These are all the meals you see here are meals that I made. These are all my pictures. So this shows like what I would eat on like a weekly basis. We have some Adams, we have, what I have there, like asparagus with lean beef, guacamole. I mean, it's not the most appetizing food, I would say, because I'm making it for myself. And what I do is I do a method called meal prepping. So you want to cook probably 2 to 3 times a week, and you prepare food for the next couple of days. So you're not always cooking, and that's becoming a hassle and a time inconvenience. So there are ways to make it work, even as a college student. In conclusion, consistency would be the biggest key. You have to do something little every day. Whether it's just changing, like deciding to drink the water instead of soda when you go to Chipotle, making the better choices while you're at Chipotle, not including like, sour cream or a lot of cheese. There's just small things that you can do to have a well-rounded diet. So, what I want you guys to do is write a small tip that you think would be feasible for a college student at UF, preferably if you could make it local based, that would be great. Like involving a specific place or function on campus would be even better. But write a tip that you think one of our classmates could do to improve either their physical fitness or their diet. And I want you to then swap with someone else until you find one that applies to you. And hopefully one does. Yeah, that's the. What do your guys' recommendations look like? I'm genuinely curious to see.
Go to the stadium 5 days a week.
5 days a week or cheaper.
That's not hard. I think you live on campus.
What else? Any good
I
ones?
don't think that getting to the stadium is hard. I think it's like what you do.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.